Hello students, good morning. I am Prem Gupta, your English teacher. Dear students, in the previous classes we were discussing the chapter 7 of your English grammar, that is verb and its kind. Dear students, in this chapter we have read the definition of verb with example, and we have also read the kinds of verb. In the kinds of verb we have read the main verb and helping verbs. Dear students, I have also told you that main verb can be categorized into two subkinds, that is transitive verb and intransitive verb. Okay students, we have read the transitive verb and intransitive verb in detail with example. I have already told you the verb used with an object, that is known as transitive verb, and the verb used without an object, that is known as intransitive verb. Dear students, in the previous classes we have also completed the exercise first, which is given at the page number 40. Dear students, exercises given at the page number 36 have been already completed, and exercise first given at the page number 40 is also completed. And dear students, there are two questions that I had given the homework. I hope that you all have completed. Question number 7 and question number 8 of exercise number first, page number 40. Dear students, I hope that you all have done it, but those who have already completed, they will check, and those who did not complete, they will complete it. Dear students, what is the question? Dear students, in the exercise number first, it is written that underline the verb. You have to underline the verb. Then you have to tell whether the verb is transitive or intransitive. Just see, this is your question. Go and obey your parents. Just see, that is exercise number first and question number 7. What is question number 7? Go and obey your parents. Go and obey your parents. This is your sentence. Dear students, you have to underline the verb. You see, you have to underline the verb. Dear students, there are two verbs, that is go and obey. There are two verbs in this sentence, go and obey. Okay, so you will underline these two words and you have to tell whether the verb is transitive and intransitive. Dear students, I have already told you the verb which give the answer of the question what and whom. The verb which gives the answer of the question what and whom, then that would be the transitive verb. And the verb which does not give the answer of the question what and whom, that is known as intransitive verb. Dear students, we can see here the verb go. It does not give the answer of the question what and whom. It gives the answer of the question where. Where to go? Dear students, it is not mentioned, there is no object. Therefore, the word go is what? Intransitive verb. That is intransitive verb. That is intransitive. Okay students, and now we can see here obey. To whom obey? Obey your parents. It gives the answer of the question where. The word obey gives the answer of the question whom. Therefore, that would be the transitive verb. Okay students, there are two kinds of verb used. The word go is intransitive verb and the word obey is transitive verb. Yes, students, you can write in your book only. That is transitive verb. Okay, just see the word go give the answer of the question where, therefore that is intransitive verb, and the word obey give the answer of the question whom, and we are also getting an object, therefore that is what, that is transitive verb. Okay students, so in the question, in the sentence, you will underline the verb go and obey. Okay, and just below of that line, go by making an arrow, you can write intransitive, and here you can write transitive, because in your book it is not given enough space to write. So just below of this word you will write that is transitive and that is intransitive. Okay students, I hope that you all have understood the things. Okay, come to the next question. Question number 10. Sorry, 8. Question number 8. Salute your officer. This is your sentence. Salute your officer. Yes, student, that is imperative sentence. Therefore, in this sentence, the verb you is hidden. Yes, in this sentence, the subject you is hidden. Okay, but you are not getting that subject because that is an imperative sentence. Just see the next question. Question number 8. Salute your officer. Salute your officer and go for duty. And go for duty. Just see. This is your sentence. Salute your officer and go for duty. There are again two verbs. That is verb salute and the verb go. There are two verbs used in this sentence. Okay. First verb is given salute and another is the word go. Okay. Just see. There are two verbs. Salute. Whom salute? We are getting the answer of the question whom. Whom salute? Officer. We are getting an object. We are getting an answer. Therefore, that is transitive verb. Okay. Just write it. That is transitive verb. And it gives the answer of the question where to go, duty. Okay, for duty. It gives the answer of the question where, not what and whom. Therefore, that is intransitive verb. Okay. Okay, student, just write down. You will underline the verb salute and the verb go. Okay. Salute is a transitive verb because it gives the answer of the question whom, and the verb go is intransitive verb because it does not give the answer of the question what and whom. It gives an answer of the question where. 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 Okay students, so complete it. I hope that you all have understood the things. Now we will discuss the another exercise which is given in your book. Just see exercise number 2. The students, I am going to erase it. I hope that you all have done. Come to the next exercise number 2. That is very simple that you can do. You have to fill only suitable objects. We have to fill a suitable object. Just see the question, students. It is also given at the page number 40. Okay, just see the question. Complete the following by supplying suitable objects. Yes, students, blank is given. You have to fill only a suitable object in the given blank. Okay, just see. What is question? We will discuss that question. Just see. Exercise number 2. Question number 1. What is question number 1? The player threw. The player threw. T-H-R-E-W. Okay, that is the past form of throw. You have to fill the blank. You have to fill a suitable object. Okay, the player threw a ball. You can fill the object a ball. Okay, students, just fill it. Just complete the sentence by filling an object. Just see. The player threw a ball. Okay, just write down. Come to the next question. Question number 2. The principal awarded. The principal awarded. The principal awarded. There is a blank. You have to fill an object. The principal awarded a prize. Okay, just write down Prize. The principal awarded a prize. Okay, students, that is suitable object. In the first blank, you will fill the verb an object, that is a ball. In the second blank, you will fill the object a prize. That is the most appropriate suitable word. Come to the next question. Question number 3. What is question number 3? Just see. She speaks blank fluently. Okay, this is your question. This is your sentence. You have to fill suitable object. She speaks English. Okay, you can fill English. She speaks English fluently. Okay, just say, students, she speaks English fluently. In this blank, you will fill the word English. That is an object. That is a suitable object. Okay, come to the next question. Question number 4. What is question number 4? My father wrote an. My father wrote an. There is a blank. And dear students, we have to fill the word that start with the vowel sound, because there is the article used an. Okay, so just see the sentence. My father wrote an AC. You can fill the word AC. Okay, my father wrote an AC. Okay, students, that is the most suitable and appropriate word to fill in the blank. Come to the next question. Question number 5. And that is also an object. He pushed. There is a blank. He pushed the door. You can fill the object, the door. Just fill. He pushed the door. Okay, students, just write down. He pushed the door. Come to the next question. Question number 6. What is question number 6? You have to fill. Just see. Plants give. Plants, P-L-A-N-T-S. Plants give plants give. There's a blank. Okay, we can fill here. The plants give fruits. F-R-U-I-T-S. Just fill it. The plants give fruits. That is suitable object to fill in the blank. Plants give fruits. Come to the next question. Question number 7. Let's see the question number 7, students. What is question number 7? A doctor treats the patient. A doctor treats the, there is a blank, you have to fill. Patient. That is the most suitable object. Patient. P-A-T-I-E-N-T-S. Okay, patients. A doctor treats the patient. Okay, you will fill. The doctor treats the patient. A doctor treats the patient. Patient is an object, and that is the most suitable and appropriate word to fill in the blank. Come to the next question. Question number 8. What is question number 8? The tailor stitches. The tailor stitched. S-T-I-T-C-H-E-D. The tailor stitched what? Cloths. Okay, students, you will fill the object cloths. C-L-O-T-H-E-S. Okay, students, just fill the word cloths in the question number 8. Okay, students, just see. In the first blank, the players threw a ball. We will fill an object that is a ball. Come to the next question. Question number 2. The principal awarded a prize. In the blank number 2, in the question number 2, we will fill an object that is a prize. Come to the next question. Question number 3. She speaks, blank is given, fluently. We have to fill an object, English. She speaks English fluently. Okay. Come to the next question. Question number 4. My father wrote an essay. My father wrote an essay. We will fill the object essay in the given sentence. Okay. Come to the next question. He pushed the door. We will fill the object the door. Come to the next question. Question number 6. Plants give fruits. Plants gives fruits. A doctor treats the patient. We will fill the word. We will fill an object that is patients. The tailor stitched cloths. Cloths is an object. Okay, students. So in this way we have completed the exercise 2 of this chapter number 7. Dear students, in the next class we will discuss the exercise number 3. If you have any kind of doubts in this question, in this exercise, you can ask on WhatsApp. That's all for today. Thank you.